Sean, just what were your sort of thoughts on the performance and in particular the key decisions that sort of went against you VAR-wise today?
Performance-wise, I thought we put a lot into the game as we have been doing. Certainly not a lack of effort and drive and will to try and score the goals that make a difference. So I was quite happy with the team and the way they've gone about it. Unfortunately for Popey, I had a chance to get a shared hand on the Golden Glove or whatever you call it. I think a worldie's their first goal and a bit of a soft second, and we'll go on to the VAR thing in a minute. But a soft second from us defensively in front of him, and the first one's a worldie. So I would like to have seen him get a share of that, but that hasn't happened. I'd like to see us win, obviously, but the lads have put a lot into another performance today. We've asked a lot of these players, so I'm certainly not going to be faulting them overall.
And just on the VAR, the first one with Jay Rodriguez looked like a reasonably strong case for a penalty early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's peculiar now. I'm a big fan of VAR, remain so. I think they're continuing to learn their view. For me, that's one where VAR goes against you because the natural flow of a decision from a referee, I think, gives that. And because they get so many angles, they then decide that the player's maybe pushed his body across too far to try and shield the ball or whatever. And then it goes against you. For me, that's a penalty. I mean, I've seen penalties in this division are unbelievable. You touch someone on the ear and their legs buckle and they get given. So I can't see how that's not a penalty, I've got to be honest. But I must make it clear, I still think VAR's going to be right for the game overall. Johan Bergummensen on the corner, he definitely impedes their keeper. The keeper's never going to get there in a million years, in my opinion. So that one's a contentious one. You'd want that to go for you. I must make that clear. I'd want that to go for me. In the other way, if it was us conceded. And the one down the line, I mean, I'm in line with it. The ball bounces wide of the line. It bounces on the line. I think that's the confusing thing. So it gives VAR, it gives the linesman an out because it bounces on the line. But when you see it from a different angle, it bounces wide of the line. His foot brings it back onto the pitch. But that one goes against us, and that's the way it goes. I must say, though, in balance, all three decisions, these are the ones that are tricky. I don't think the penalty was, in my opinion, but the other two are tricky decisions. I understand that.
Just on next season, looking ahead, obviously short turnaround now, but how much confidence can you take from the last 15, 16 games this year, given everything you've overcome, injuries and the limited sort of senior squad you've had to work with?
It'll restart, and we'll have to restart. We'll have to restart our thinking, restart our planning. Confidence comes and goes. It builds from results, but you can't build results through a summer. You have to earn the right again next season to get them results and therefore build that confidence. All it does is remind the players that they are capable as individuals and as a collective. We know that, but we know we have to earn the right. We have to work for everything we get. The players will definitely know that. They've worked ever so hard over these games because we've asked a lot of them physically, particularly with not many changes, and they've delivered. So they know the requirements, and it's about how well they use their time to have some downtime and rest and then come back in focused on the next challenge.
You'll still be here next season, won't you?
I know I've been asked that about 4,000 times, and I answered the same every time.
I thought I'd sign off.
I'll tell you what I will be doing. I'll be going on holiday tomorrow morning. That's what I will be doing before everyone gets reopened. So, no, it's fair to say I'm bright enough to work out that I can't go to Spain.
Nice one. Thanks very much for everything this season, Sean.
Thank you.
Chris Borden, please.
You talk about restarting, Sean, but probably 2.5 out of the last 3 seasons now. It's a really solid body of work there, isn't there? You're making real progress at this level.
We do, and I couldn't tell you how pleased and proud I am of the players because they keep delivering. Every time we've been questioned, they come out of it and they deliver again. Lots of question marks about the on and off the pitch for many reasons, not just Burnley Football Club, but football and all that was going on. And I think they've come through that. They've seen through that. Continually galvanised as a group and believe in what we do. So I couldn't be more pleased with them. The fact is that the restart thinking is because you can't take this for granted, this division. You just can't. And we don't, by the way. So I just reminded the players there, get a good rest or the best rest you can, obviously with, all the different variances of what's going on in life. And we will have to come back and be ready. Because like I say, the last one doesn't know you the next one. That's my thinking. It always has been.
So have you managed to put a plan together pre-season wise? I mean, not had long since the date was announced on Friday. But
Yeah, we were already provisionally planning for different scenarios. So, with the lads in Mark Howard and the sports science lads and the physios with Ali Beatty and these guys, they do a good job of that. So they make sure we've got a guideline plan of varying situations so that we can plan accordingly. And then the date came out, we were half ready for that. So that worked all right for us. And now it's about finding the balance, really, between the rest for the players, and hopefully they will get that, some quality time, whichever quality time that is, family or just getting away, and then getting back to work and getting ready to go again.
Yeah, so you do need that break as well. It's been a long 12 months, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, I must say, though, it has, but I think everyone who's involved, whether it be, all the peripheral of football, the media, and everyone has bought into this idea of getting it restarted. I think everyone's done as best a job as they could do. The Premier League have played their part for sure, and all the safety guidelines and all the things we've had to do to get it done. And I think it's been well worthwhile. I think everyone's tried to do the best job they can and getting the season finished.
Cheers, Sean.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Chris. Mike McGrath.
Sean, is it important to sort out the contracts of 2021 so there's no repeat of what happened this summer?
It is, at the end of the day, the facts are facts. There was a lot made of my words, but the facts are the facts. I can't sign the contract, so all I can do is offer the things that I think are appropriate, the things that I think are good for the club and the team, obviously, the reinforcements that I think we need. And that's the guidance a manager can give. So I do that, obviously. Not just me, by the way. Our scouts and our staff as well. We have regular meetings on what we think is appropriate, what we think is important. I know the guidelines of the club, the financial framework. That's quite obvious. But we are in a very, very healthy state financially. So at some point, these decisions will get made. I can only guide and give the answers to the situations that I think are important.
In terms of the whole project restart, has it affected your appetite for management or what you feel about the job?
No, I think the challenges of football at all levels, I share thoughts with a number of managers and people I know in the game. And I think management's a tricky business, and it's way harder than people think. That's why most managers gravitate towards each other after a game. Well, obviously down because they're the only two who know how it feels. And it's always the shifting sands of management, the different challenges, the different things coming your way on and off the pitch. But the more experienced I get, the more I work to improve. I don't mean every chance you improve because that's not a guarantee, but I work to improve along with my staff, along with the players, and I keep focused on that because I believe in development of others and I believe in it of myself. So I really focus on that. I like the challenge. It is tough at times, but it is very enjoyable when times are better, like they have been after this lockdown. So the payback you get is when you're seeing a group of people give what they've given themselves, actually, the team and the club. And that's the payback as a manager, when you see these lads giving everything they can to win games. And that's a tremendous feeling.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Ian Whittle.
Hi, Sean. It's been another season of Burnley punching above the weight, and obviously your reputation as a manager will continue to grow because of that. I just wonder, everyone I think will accept Burnley's a very well-run club financially. You always talk about that. Can Burnley satisfy your ambitions longer term? I mean, I'm not being facetious about this summer, but longer term, can Burnley satisfy your ambitions personally?
I think every manager is ambitious. We've been ambitious within the framework that we're given here. Ambition's a strange situation. Ambition here is making the best of everything that we can, and that's a big challenge. We're trying to rinse every drop out of every situation we can. It's tough at times, but it's enjoyable. My staff buy into that challenge, so do the players. We believe in the development of what we do. Of course, it needs support. That's just an obvious fact of football. That's not about Burnley Football Club. That's just the realities. It's how much support you can get. The strategy, the financial strategy. We don't work with budgets, which is always tough, but that's been the same since I've been here, so it's not new ground for me. So I think we continue to make sense of it. We're ambitious to a level that the club can kind of allow us to get to, but we're certainly ambitious with the players we've got. We tend to not make excuses. We tend to keep driving, ourselves included. And that's the way I look at it. As long as I know what the challenge is, I'm happy to manage. So as long as I know what the guidelines are that you have to work under, it only gets tricky when them guidelines start getting blurred or they start getting stretched and they're not stretched in the right direction.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Any more? No.
Cool.
Thanks.
Stay well, everyone.
Enjoy, bro, Sean. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for your time and your help, everyone, this season. Cheers.